And let me say something. There are two sides with technical analysis. There's when is the time to buy and when is the time not to buy. So technical analysis is telling us when not to buy. And this was clearly not the time to buy, and look at this. It saved us from a bunch of things. So if you only look at the fundamental analysis of a company, then you can buy at these points where the stock is in a downtrend. And when it is into a downtrend, it can get worse. We see a little bit of weakening with Tesla overall, even though we are up $1.22, 0.46%, closed at 266.50. Post-market, we are down by 16 cents. So basically what we are seeing is that we made a lower high and we made a lower low. This is a downward trend. We are still part of a downward trend. So we have a short-term downward trend right here. We are still hanging on to 265.32. We are still hanging on to that. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart to understand a little bit better how this happened today. So 265.32 was lost in the first hour. Boom, it was lost. I took a chance and shorted a little bit. I was expecting the stock to reach as the first step 260.25 and maybe stabilize there a little bit. It did it, but it did it a little bit too fast. It did it super fast. I was playing on the 1 hour chart and it did it too fast for me, and then I just sold off with a little bit of a loss here. On the 5-minute chart, it was possible to make a little bit of money, but you had to be quick. You had to be quick because it dropped. It did not reach 260.25, but then it started to go back up right here. It was possible to make money from 265, let's say, to approximately 262, and then it started to go back up. These things happen. What we have right now is that we have rebounded above 265 at 32, but we don't have stochastic over 60. This is not to be believed yet. This little bit of a move up is not to be believed. It's possible that we come back down depending on what's going to happen tomorrow. When you short like this, you could do as I did and then get out of your trade as soon as you come back over your resistance. Another way of doing it also is to just wait for stochastic to become over 60, because what could be happening is that we are coming back up and then coming back down if we don't have stochastic over 60. But I don't tend to do that because I prefer to do surgical trades, and if it doesn't work my way, I just get out and I lose maybe a couple of $100. I prefer doing that than to just wait for a cross of stochastic, which would be a better indication that the trend has reversed to being bullish. But then if it reverses and then becomes bullish, then I could get out quite above at 270 or something like that, and my loss will be a little bit higher. Personally, I prefer to play it very short, and sometimes I don't even have a loss because it comes down with increased volatility, and even though there's a backtrack with the price, the fact that the volatility has increased, the puts have increased in value because of the volatility, and sometimes it's close to even. In terms of the 1 hour chart, everything is still pretty much bearish except the fact that we have recovered 265.32. But as I mentioned yesterday, because of the FOMC meeting tomorrow, then things are going to change tomorrow afternoon. So keep that in mind. If we go back on the daily chart, so yes, we have a little bit of weakening. This is not unexpected, but still on the daily chart, everything is still very good in terms of the trend. We are still overall bullish on the daily chart. We have stochastic at 78. We have the two lines of MACD above 0, we have RSI above 50, and we have DMI. This could still come down a little bit until tomorrow afternoon, so maybe there's another opportunity tomorrow depending on what's going to happen right here. This remains to be seen. Let's take a look at some Tesla news, or more broadly EV news. We have something right here that I will take more time to look at. We have Toyota that reveals next-gen EV production line as it looks to play catch-up with Tesla. Toyota has been extremely impressed with the way the Model Y is being built, with the front part in one piece. the back part in one piece. They were really impressed by this, and I'm gonna read this a little bit more, but it seems like they want to do just like Tesla and have a three-piece car, the battery, the back, and the front. So Toyota are really smart, and they seem to be trying to catch up to Tesla in terms of the manufacturing abilities of Tesla. So I think that this competition is going to be very interesting. Let's take a look at the VIX. So VIX is just up a little bit higher today, but almost nothing. 0.11, that's 0.79%. We started to go higher and higher during the first part of the day. So this was really giving the push to Tesla to go down. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart, yeah, these were the first candles of the day right here, and things were going higher and higher, and this is why Tesla plunged. But then we just had a reversal, and Tesla recovered because of this. VIX is still going sideways, so VIX is basically going sideways. It's not as bad as what we could have expected. It's still below 1485. The markets are not getting too much crazy before the FOMC meeting of tomorrow. If we take a look at the bonds, so the bonds are jumping higher and higher. So we have broken 4.33, which was an important resistance that we tried to break for good on August 21st. We could not, and right now we are closing even higher than where we were on August 21st. So most likely this is going to stay. This is not super good for the stock market. So Rivian, big weakening with Rivian. I just got out when I saw that we were losing 23.59 right here. We had a gap down right here. This was enough for me, and then it came down. But look at this. It came back to that big channel support. Not all is lost. We have recovered a little bit, but that recovery was made without stochastic over 60, so that recovery is not to be believed. So it's really possible that we come back down a little bit. Let's just wait until this one recovers a little bit so that we can enter into it again. Xpeng is down 97 cents, also down 5.25%, 17.49 close. Yeah, we have two EV stocks that took a beating today. Xpeng is still in its congestion zone between 1666 and 1922. We have lost stochastic over 60. I would not worry too much until we break 1666. NIO, look at this. We are down $1.76, 17%. Close at 8.55. Look at this catastrophe. We had this very small bearish channel and we never broke outside of it. It was never time to buy this one. And aren't we happy that we did not buy into it? And let me say something. There are two sides with technical analysis. There's when is the time to buy and when is the time not to buy. So a technical analysis is telling us when not to buy. And this was clearly not the time to buy, and look at this. It saved us from a bunch of things. So if you only look at the fundamental analysis of a company, then you can buy at these points where the stock is in a downtrend. And when it is into a downtrend, it can get worse. So NIO fell down because the electric vehicle maker announced plans for a 1 billion debt offering that can be converted into shares. The sell-off was on track for the biggest one-day percentage decline since it sank 15.7% on October 24th. So basically NIO was offering their shares in exchange for a loan. So basically in terms of the financial stability of NIO, I don't think it's the best. 214 million shares were exchanged, and we have an average of 50 million shares that are exchanged in a day. This is pretty bad, but we never had the buy signal for NIO. The stock was telling us, no, we don't have any stochastic. We had the two lines of MACD below 0. We had RSI below 50, and we had DMI in the red. So we were never close to buying it. VinFast. Okay, VinFast is up 2.77%. Up 48 cents, closed at 17.80. So this is just going sideways. We have a resistance at 18.32. We'll see if we break it and if we have stochastic over 60. Apple is bouncing on its support right here. It's bouncing on 174.58. There's no stochastic. We should not believe this. It should just be bouncing like this as a random move. So this is just noise. We are up $1.10, 0.62%, close at 179. Close at 179.07. Here, this is just going sideways again, down 2%. Nothing to see here. We have lost stochastic over 60. It's not the time to buy. Nvidia is pursuing its move down, so we are down $4.46, down 1.01%. Closed at 435.20. Post-market, we seem to be down by a further 50 cents. No, things are not going well today. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the FOMC meeting, but today, nothing good. Dow Jones is down 0.31% into its downward trend. It's still part of a downward trend. S&P 500 is down 0.22%. It's not too bad, but basically this is another channel right here. I should draw it here. This is basically another channel that we are in. It's going downwards. Nasdaq Composite down 0.23%, still going down. We have lost stochastic over 60. Gold, we have a break of our downward resistance right here. This big downward resistance is now broken. We have not broken 1508. I would wait a little bit to see what happens here. We need to break 1508 also. We already have stochastic over 60. You could start considering very soon to get back into gold and see where it takes you. And silver is support right here. It's still bouncing. We still made a higher high. We still made a higher low. We are pretty much even Steven, so that's quite a boring day. Bitcoin, we still have to break 27,572. We have stochastic over 60. So now the only thing that we need in order to buy, the two things that we need to buy Bitcoin is a close above 27,572 right here, and a close above this downward resistance. Ripple inching a little bit higher, so we are up 2%. We just got stochastic over 60. This is good. So we are back into the congestion zone right here. You can buy this one right now at 51 cents and maybe sell it at 54.8 just for a little bit of a swing. US dollar is still coming down a little bit, but we are up 0.07. Neo battery materials, so we just closed even Steven right here. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.